Hey, here's a fun fact. Did you know you can pop your eyeball out of your head and put it right back in? That's what we found out. Yeah, when we talked to a pro wrestler who, you got to hear this, it is the most absurd bar fight story you have ever heard. Popping a guy's eyeball out.
Oh, like Kill Bill.
Yeah, except this is real. And we're going to be talking to him. He's going to be with us when we come back on TMZ Sports.
Welcome back to TMZ Sports. We're talking bar fights. In particular, a bar fight involving a TNA wrestling champion, a guy named Cowboy James Storm, who got into a brawl, and it was so nasty, someone lost an eyeball. We got James out at the airport last night. Here's what he had to say. I'm gonna let him explain it. It's pretty awesome.
So I heard that you got a reality show coming out. Is that what you're doing in LA?
I think it's just a reason for us to get around and drink more beer. You know, get free beer at least. It's just about me opening a bar up. You know.
You ever gotten into a bar fight yourself?
I actually have gotten into a bar fight. I've gotten into a lot of trouble, so I kind of try to stay out of the bar fights. I actually ripped a guy's eyeball out one time in a bar fight, but it was by accident.
It was by accident.
That sounds like he's joking, but he is not. We went into a lengthy conversation with him where he had every detail, but this only created more questions for us, right? I mean, this story, when we saw this tape this morning.
I speculate.
Exactly.
Well,
let's go to the eyeball destroyer.
There's so many questions.
Destroyer of eyeballs, James Storm. Cowboy James, thanks for joining us on TMZ Sports.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing, man?
Good. We all got all our eyeballs right now.
Don't hurt us.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
So, all right. You said you got in a bar fight once and you ripped some dude's eyeball out. You got to explain, how did that happen? When did this happen? What do you do when there's an eyeball in your hand? I have so many questions.
It was one of those things. I was at one end of the bar, and my buddy had went to the bathroom, and some drunk guy was messing with him and actually hit him in the back of the head with a beer bottle. And the bartender was telling me that my buddy was down, and I looked, and the guy was on top of him, and I jumped up on the bar and went running down the bar and jumped off, and just went to actually just grab the guy and just kind of pull him up. And when I grabbed him by the face, my finger actually went into his eye socket, and when he came up, his eyeball was just sticking on his cheek.
So you went to pull him off your friend, and you actually pulled him by his eyeball, and you ripped it out of the. Oh my Lord!
It was an accident.
The moment you see his
to the guy while his eyeball's hanging out. Hey, buddy, it was an accident. It was an accident.
The moment you see his eyeball hanging out, what happens then?
I actually tried to punch it.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Injury.
Work it like a speed bag, right?
Right. It just kind of squirted to the side, and then, and then we got on out of there. But the cops came, and we had to talk to the cops and all this stuff. So, but all the charges were dropped, so it was good.
James, this is Gary. Can I ask a quick question? If you had to describe the consistency, like if you had to, I picture an eyeball kind of like a cherry tomato when it pops. But what did it feel like? If you could describe it to us.
It was almost like those little rubber bouncy balls, because I'm sure you tried to squeeze them before,
Yeah.
That's what it kind of felt like.
It was that tough, huh?
Yeah.
James Evan here. So let me start off with the question that everybody wants to know. Did he lose his eye, or did they manage to save the eye? What happened here?
No, there was actually no damage to his eye. He went back and they actually put it in and
popped it right back in.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it was just like that, but he had the surgery and they put it back in, and as far as I know, he's fine.
So where was this, by the way? Where was the bar?
It was in Nashville, downtown Nashville on Broadway.
So who's tougher, the guy who ripped somebody's eyeball out, or the guy who gets their eyeball ripped out and then gets the eye and put back in his head and he can see again?
That's pretty tough. We call him Lefty now. So.
So James, you have a reality show coming up where it's all about you and your friends in a bar. Or can we expect to see more eyeballs coming out?
Well, I hope it don't happen in my bar, but you never know. It's it's just a show about four guys. We actually all met at a bar, really. That's how we all met, and they're actually all bartenders and everything, and we're just all going to come together and try to open up our own bar and do everything. And we're working with Barry Posnick and Alexis and my manager Kathy Carter.
Man, Nashville is the hot spot now, not just for music, but for TV shows.
Yeah, and bar fights too. But wrestling with the Impact Wrestling now, I try to stay out of the bar fights now because people are just looking for an easy buck these days.
Yeah, well, dismembering people is a good way to make sure that stops.
Hey, what's the James? What's the name of the bar? I've actually been to a couple of the bars down there in Nashville and on Broadway. Is it in that neighborhood?
Yeah, it's pretty close, but we're going to rename it. We haven't came up with a good name yet, but I'm kind of leaning toward the initials DIP. Call it DIP, Drunk Important People.
I love it.
That is
you always
amazing.
get those people that get drunk, and they always think they're somebody.
So let me ask you a question, a serious question. I know that you're on a positive note now. You're talking about positive things. You say you had some trouble back in the day, but be honest, it's kind of cool to be able to say that you ripped a guy's eye out.
I've kind of done worse than that, but I don't want to really talk about it.
Let's talk about it. What could be worse than ripping somebody's eye?
I have a question. Is he still your friend? Like, is he cool with you now?
Oh, no, the guy that ripped his eyeball out wasn't my friend.
Yeah, there's no friendship there, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you can't be my pal after you've ripped my eye out of my face.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Here's a patch. Wear this with your life.
Send him that for Christmas. That'd be great.
All right, well, James, thank you so much for joining us on TMZ Sports. Good luck with the reality show. Good luck with the bar. DIP, that sounds cool, man.
That's it, man. Hey, thank you guys very much, man.
All right,
take care.
Take it easy, James.
Take it easy, James.
Aye, aye.
Please don't hurt me. Aye, aye.
Aye, aye.